All right, what's going on, guys? We're going to give it a minute here. Let everybody join in. We're going to do things a little different tonight. So I'll wait till we get everybody in the room before I explain how we're going to play tonight's Jeopardy game. If you want to get a score sheet, we have I put the link for the PDF for our Play at Home official score sheet in the comments section. You can click on that, download the PDF to use for our future games. Not necessary, but it's good to have handy since we're going to be playing more Play at Home games in the near future, for the foreseeable future. Yeah. So, but tonight is going to be our Jeopardy night, in honor of the late Alex Trebek, not only a great game show host, Jeopardy, Classic Concentration, a bunch of others, but a really good human being as well. He did a lot of things away from the TV camera that did a lot of good for a lot of people, things that he didn't publicize quite a whole lot. So he'll be missed, not only for trivia nerds like myself, but by a lot of other people. So we're going to play a Jeopardy night in honor of Alex Trebek. And if we have fun doing this, we could do this every few weeks. So we're not going to play by our normal rules. Normally we have 5 rounds, 6 questions, 5 questions worth 1 point, and a bonus question worth 2. We're still going to play 5 rounds. Each round is still going to have 6 questions. So we're still going to do 30 questions, or I should say we're doing 30 answers tonight. But instead of just saying I got 4 right that round and I got 6 right this round and I got, and you do your double scores, we're playing Jeopardy tonight. All the questions being asked tonight are actual questions that have been asked on episodes of Jeopardy. These are Jeopardy questions. Or again, I'm already screwing it up. They're Jeopardy answers. You have to answer in the form of a question, just like Jeopardy. But instead of just saying I got 5 correct in round 1, just like in Jeopardy, all of these answers have numeric value assigned to them, dollars. We're not playing for actual money. So the first question every round is the easiest one, so it's worth 200. And then the next one is worth 400, and so on and so forth. You're going to give yourself the dollar amount for all your correct answers. So we're going to play a little bit differently tonight. So who knows what the top score is going to be. But unlike the actual game show, don't worry about getting them wrong. In the game show, you lose the dollar amount for any of your incorrect answers. We're not going to pay attention to that. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong, nothing happens. But you will get the dollar amounts for all your answers that you get right. So it's a wide open game. So each round is going to have 6 questions, a $200 question, 400, 600, 800, and 1,000. And our bonus question will be a $2,000 question. That will be the hardest question of each round. So that's how we're going to play tonight's game. And here's our categories for our Jeopardy game. We will do a round on movies to start things off. Then books and authors will be our second category. A sports round for round 3. Television questions and answers for round 4. And then we'll end with a mixed bag, just some random Jeopardy answers and questions. These are all questions from the actual game show. Fairly recent episodes, too. Within the last year, all these questions have appeared on the game show. So I'm going to play in the same format. The only difference is you don't have to worry about your incorrect answers. You do not lose money if you're wrong. So just give yourself the dollar amounts for all your correct answers tonight. So this will be a little different on the scoring, but I trust you guys. You're going to be scoring your score sheets at home. Please don't put any answers in the comment section. That we're going to keep the same. So use your score sheets. You can either use our play at home sheet or just grab a sheet of paper. And of course, put all your answers down in the form of a question. We're playing Jeopardy tonight, so we got to play by the rules. So you know how that goes. So please, we're going to score. We're going to play the format the same way. I'm going to read you the questions. I'm going to repeat the questions. And I'm going to give you the answers. And you're going to score your score sheets at home at the end of the game. You're going to take a picture of your final dollar amount and send that to me so I can figure out who our first ever Jeopardy Night champion is. And if you guys like this, we can do this every couple of weeks. There's literally a website out there that has every single question from like every Jeopardy show since 1984 on it. So if you want to play Jeopardy style, we can play Jeopardy style till the cows come home. It's not that difficult. So that's how we're playing it tonight, our Jeopardy night. And as always, the Venmo and PayPal information is running at the bottom of the screen if you'd like to send a tip, as things are starting to get shut down again. Likelihood of me being able to host an in-person trivia game for quite a while is not good, and no hockey games, no scouting assignments to go on, so things will be getting tight here. So if you guys can send any tips, it's not required to play, but they sure are appreciated. Another way you can help out during all this time is heading over to that hockeywriters.com address that is scrolling on the bottom of the screen and clicking away on all the articles over there, all my today in hockey history columns, my prospects, Blackhawks news, odds and ends. If you scroll back, you'll see all my AHL coverage. The more clicks I get, the more money they send me at the end of the month. So that's another way to be cool during all this lockdown stuff. So Jeopardy it is. Those are our categories. We're going to play Jeopardy style. And we're going to start with round number 1 is our movie round. So let's get started. Let's get our game on the way. Jeopardy style movies. Again, answer in the form of questions on your sheets. Here's our $200 question for the movie category. Beyonce voiced Nala in the 2019 version of this Disney film. $200. Beyonce voiced Nala in the 2019 version of this Disney film. Write down your answer in the form of a question on your score sheet. Again, don't worry if you get it wrong. We're not deducting any points or dollar amounts for incorrect answers. They do that on the show. We don't worry about that here. So guess if you don't know. You won't be penalized for incorrect guesses. So guess away, and then you'll just add up your dollar amount for each round for all your correct answers, and then give me that final score at the end. All right, let's move on to our $400 question in the movie round. Director Rob Reiner's mom delivered the immortal line, "I'll have what she's having," in this rom-com. For $400, director Rob Reiner's mom delivered the immortal line, "I'll have what she's having," in this rom-com. It's kind of gross that he used his mom for that part. For $400, director Rob Reiner's mom delivered the immortal line, "I'll have what she's having," in this rom-com. So on our $600 question for our movie round. Taking time off from her TV government job in Indiana, she voiced Joy in Inside Out. For $600, taking time off in her TV government job in Indiana, she voiced Joy in Inside Out. Remember to answer in the form of a question. Don't worry about getting them wrong. You won't be penalized. You just get no dollars for all your incorrect answers, and you'll get the dollar amount assigned to all your correct answers. Our Jeopardy night. So if you guys, as I said, if you guys like this, how this plays out tonight, we can do this every once in a while. Saves me the time and trouble of writing an entire night. I can just copy and paste. It does take time, though, to find, instead of using specific categories to kind of generalize it, it did take a little while to find enough questions for each category. All right, let's do our $800 question for movies. This spooky director filmed his stop-motion animation film Frankenweenie in black and white to emulate classic monster movies. For $800, this spooky director filmed his stop-motion animation film Frankenweenie in black and white to emulate classic monster movies. That's our $800 question. You don't have to worry about doubling score for any of your rounds tonight. That doesn't matter. We're not doing that. So you don't have to worry about circling your group of answers. No need to double around because everybody's going to get varied scores for each round. So it should be interesting to see. I know it requires you guys to do a little bit of math tonight, but you'll be all right. I think you can handle it. If I didn't think you can handle it, we wouldn't be doing it. I trust you guys. A little bit of math didn't hurt anybody. Keep those brains working. All right, let's do our $1,000 question for the movie round. The dreams that take place at the climax of this Christopher Nolan film are dreamed inside the first-class cabin of a 747. For $1,000, the dreams that take place in the climax of this Christopher Nolan film are dreamed inside the first-class cabin of a 747. $1,000. The dreams that take place at the climax of this Christopher Nolan film are dreamed inside the first-class cabin of a 747. All right, here's our $2,000 question. This would normally be our bonus question for our round. This one's worth $2,000, so hopefully you guys can get this one. Hardest question of the round, or at least it should be. This movie director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting also directed the London Olympics opening ceremonies. For $2,000, the movie director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting also directed the London Olympics opening ceremonies. This movie director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting also directed the London Olympics opening ceremonies. Let's do this, repeat these movie questions for you real quick. For $200, I'm not sending anybody a check tonight. Don't think this is for real money. Beyonce voiced Nala in the 2019 version of this Disney film. For $400, director Rob Reiner's mom delivered the immortal "I'll Have What She's Having" in this rom-com. 600, taking time off from her TV government job in Indiana, she voiced Joy in Inside Out. 800, this spooky director filmed his stop-motion animation film Frankenweenie in black and white to emulate classic monster movies. That's a fun title right there, Frankenweenie. That's fun to say. I like things that are fun to say. For 1,000, the dreams that take place at the climax of this Christopher Nolan film are dreamed inside the first-class cabin of a 747. And the 2,000 question for one more time. This movie director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting also directed the London Olympics opening ceremonies. All right, I'll give you guys a couple of moments here to finalize your answers before revealing your correct, I should say, questions. And then we'll move on to round number 2 on Jeopardy Night, books and authors. We also have sports, television, and a mixed bag round to end the night. So get ready to get your math skills on and see how many dollars you picked up for round 1. Movies is the category. Here are our answers and correct questions. For $200, Beyonce voiced Nala in the 2019 version of this Disney film. What is The Lion King? What is The Lion King is what we're looking for. If you got that, add 200 to your score. For $400, director Rob Reiner's mom delivered the immortal line, "I'll have what she's having" in this rom-com. What is When Harry Met Sally? What is When Harry Met Sally? That's the $400 question. 600, taking time off from her TV government job in Indiana, she voiced Joy in Inside Out. Who is Amy Poehler? Who is Amy Poehler? 800, the spooky director filmed his stop-motion animation film Frankenweenie in black and white to emulate classic monster movies. Who is Tim Burton? Who is Tim Burton is the $800 question. $1,000, the dreams that take place at the climax of this Christopher Nolan film are dreamed inside the first-class cabin of a 747. What is Inception? What is Inception is your $1,000 question. And 2,000, the movie director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting also directed the London Olympics opening ceremonies. Who is Danny Boyle? Who is Danny Boyle is your $2,000 question. So let's see how good you guys did. Put down that dollar amount for that round. You're going to add them all up at the end of the night and send me your final score. But those, again, are 200 was What is the Lion King? 400 was What is When Harry Met Sally? Who is Amy Poehler was worth 600. Who is Tim Burton? 800. The $1,000 question was what is Inception? And our big top dollar question for $2,000, who is Danny Boyle? That wraps up round 1, our movie round for the night. Hopefully you guys did pretty good, but that's how we're going to do the rest of the night. So don't worry about doubling any scores. And don't worry about incorrect answers. We will not be subtracting any money tonight. If you get it wrong, just give yourself 0. Only add your correct answers. Here's round 2. Books and authors might be a little more difficult than the movie round. This might be the hardest round of the night. So let's see how well you guys do. Books and author is round 2 for $200. In Tropic of Fear, Nancy Drew met up with these brothers for a Hawaiian-themed mystery. In Tropic of Fear, Nancy Drew met up with these brothers for a Hawaiian-themed mystery. That's a $200 question. $400 question for books and author. Here we go. In a book by Beverly Cleary, Socks is this pet suddenly having to share the house with a new baby. For $400 in a book by Beverly Cleary, Socks is this pet suddenly having to share the house with a new baby. $600 question for books and author. The young narrator in To Kill a Mockingbird has the given names Jean Louise, but goes by this nickname. For $600, the young narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird has the given names Jean Louise, but goes by this nickname. $800 in Pride and Prejudice. Mr. Bennet and this daughter discuss her possible engagement to Mr. Darcy. For $800 in Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Bennet and this daughter discuss her possible engagement to Mr. Darcy. $1,000 books and author question. His Innocents Abroad was based on letters he wrote to newspapers as a traveling correspondent. For $1,000, his Innocents Abroad was based on letters he wrote to newspapers as a traveling correspondent. And our $2,000 question for books and author. In a World War I set novel by C.S. Forster, Rose Sayer and uncouth Captain Charlie Allnut are thrown together on this tidal boat. In a World War I set novel by C.S. Forster, Rose Sayre and uncouth Captain Charlie Allnut are thrown together on this tidal boat. How'd you like to go through life with your last name, Allnut? Could be worse. His first name could be Richard. All right, let's repeat our books and authors questions for you real quick here. $200. In Tropic of Fear, Nancy Drew met up with these brothers for a Hawaiian-themed mystery. For $400, in a book by Beverly Cleary, Socks is this pet suddenly having to share the house with a new baby. $600, a young narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird had the given names Jean Louise, but goes by this nickname. $800, in Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Bennet and this daughter discuss her possible engagement to Mr. Darcy. $1,000, his Innocents Abroad was based on letters he wrote to newspapers as a traveling correspondent. $2,000, in a World War I set novel by C.S. Forster, Rose Sayre and uncouth Captain Charlie Allnut are thrown together on this tidal boat. Oh, excuse me. All right, I'll give you guys a couple moments here to make sure you got your answers or your questions you want down there for it. That's good Gatorade. All right, let's do our correct questions for round number 2. Books and authors, give yourselves the dollar amount for all your correct questions. Don't worry about any subtractions. We're not doing that. Books and authors, here we go. $200, in Tropic of Fear, Nancy Drew met up with these brothers for a Hawaiian-themed mystery. Who are the Hardy Boys? The Hardy Boys, not the tag team, but the mystery-solving nerds from the 50s. $400, in a book by Beverly Cleary, Socks is this pet suddenly having to share the house with a new baby. What is a cat? What is a cat? Socks was a cat. $600, a young narrator of To Kill a Mockingbird has the given names Jean Louise, but goes by this nickname. Who is Scout? Who is Scout is the $600 question. $800, in Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Bennet and this daughter discuss her possible engagement to Mr. Darcy. Who is Elizabeth? Who is Elizabeth is our $800 question. $1,000 answer, The Innocents Abroad was based on letters he wrote to newspapers as a traveling correspondent. Who is Mark Twain? Who is Mark Twain is worth $1,000. $2,000 answer, this one also could have been in our movie category. In a World War I set novel by C.S. Forster, Rose Sayre and uncouth Captain Charlie Allnut are thrown together on this tidal boat. What is the African Queen? What is the African Queen? I never read the book, but I've seen the movie a couple of times. It's a great movie. Of course, Katharine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart. All right, so those correct questions, once again, $200 are who are the Hardy Boys? What is a cat for 400? Who is Scout for 600? Who is Elizabeth for 800? Who is Mark Twain for 1,000? And for 2,000, what is the African Queen? So give yourselves the dollar amounts for the correct questions you were able to come up with, and keep tabs. Hopefully some of you guys are out to a nice start. And we're going to move on to round number 3 on our Jeopardy night, 3 of 5. We're going to do a sports round right now. And I have this weird suspicion that the players or teams that didn't do very good in the books and author rounds are going to kill it in the sports round and vice versa. Just weird how that's, I've done enough trivia to know that, you know, the bookworms and the sports jocks usually even out at the end. So let's do sports Jeopardy style right here, round number 3. $200 answer. Steve Kerr joked, "Well, I guess I got to bail Michael out again," describing a game-winning shot for this team in the 1997 NBA Finals. $200. Steve Kerr joked, "Well, I guess I got to bail Michael out again," describing a game-winning shot for this team in the 1997 NBA Finals. This is your free $200 for the night. $400 answer. 3-letter, AKA for a hole in one. 3-letter, also known as for a hole in one. $400, a 3-letter AKA for a hole in one. $600 answer. On May 24th, 1992, Al Unser Jr. held off the perfectly named for his sport Scott Goodyear by .043 of a second to win this event. On May 24th, 1992, Al Unser Jr. held off the perfectly named for his sport Scott Goodyear by .043 of a second to win this event. That's our $600 answer. Let's do our 800 answer. $800. It wasn't just baseball at Yankee Stadium. This Frank Gifford team moved there in 1956 and promptly won a championship. $800. It wasn't just baseball at Yankee Stadium. This Frank Gifford team moved there in 1956 and promptly won a championship. $1,000 answer. Ex-Sacramento State softball star Alyssa Nakken didn't have to go far to be the first female coach in Major League Baseball with this National League team. $1,000. Ex-Sacramento State softball star Alyssa Nakken didn't have to go far to be the first female coach in Major League Baseball with this National League team. $2,000 answer. Whoops, what did I do? I screwed something up here. Stand by. I got things moving around on me. Here we go. $2,000 answer. Elvis Stoico won his first Olympic medal, a silver in men's figure skating at the 1994 Winter Games in this Norwegian city. 2000. Elvis Stoico won his first Olympic medal in men's figure skating at the 1994 Winter Games in this Norwegian city. All right, let's repeat these answers for you quickly. $200. Steve Kerr joked, well, I guess I had to bail Michael out again, describing a game-winning shot for this team in the 1997 NBA Finals. $400 answer, three-letter AKA for a hole in one. $600 on May 24th, 1992. Al Unser Jr. held off the perfectly named for his sport Scott Goodyear by .043 of a second to win this event. $800. It wasn't just baseball at Yankee Stadium. This Frank Gifford team moved there in 1956 and promptly won a championship. $1,000 answer. Ex-Sacramento State softball star Alyssa Nakken didn't have to go far to be the first female coach in Major League Baseball with this NL team. And 2000 answer, one more time, Elvis Stoico won his first Olympic medal, a silver medal in men's figure skating at the 1994 Winter Olympics in this Norwegian city. All right, I'll give you guys a minute here to finalize your answers, or questions, I should say. right. This is the sports round. Don't forget, we'll be back here Sunday night, 7 p.m. for our standard version of the Play at Home Trivia Night. I'm going to take care of a few requests that I've gotten. So if you have a request for a round you'd like to play, send that over to me. Put them in the comments. Send me a message. Include it when you send me your score sheets. I'll try and do all requests on Sunday. So I got some requests in. If there's a particular category you'd like to play, let me know. I'll get it in there for you if I can. At least maybe not this week, but in very near future. After all, these nights are for you guys at home, not for me. I just write and read the questions. I don't care what they are. You're the ones who play along, so it's your entertainment, not mine. So if you got requests for any particular categories you want to see, let me know. We'll be back here Sunday, and then the plan is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week as well. All right, let's do our correct questions for round 3, sports. Here we go. $200, Steve Kerr joke. Well, I guess I had to bail Michael out again, describing a game-winning shot for this team in the 1997 NBA Finals. Who are the Chicago Bulls? Who are the Chicago Bulls? You all should have had that one. $400, a 3-letter AKA for a hole-in-one. What is an ace? What is an ace? That's another term for a hole-in-one in golf. $600. On May 24th, 1992, Al Unser Jr. held off the perfectly named for his sport Scott Goodyear by .043 of a second to win this event. What is the Indianapolis 500? What is the Indianapolis 500? That's $600. $800. It wasn't just baseball at Yankee Stadium. This Frank Gifford team moved there in 1956 and promptly won a championship. Who are the New York Giants? The New York Football Giants. $1,000. Ex-Sacramento State softball star Alyssa Nacken didn't have to go very far to become the first female coach in MLB with this National League team. Who are the San Francisco Giants? Back-to-back Giants there. San Francisco Giants for $1,000. And finally, $2,000. Elvis Stoico won his first Olympic medal, a silver in men's figure skating at the 1994 Winter Games in this Norwegian city. What is Lillehammer? Lillehammer hosted the Olympics and then became a Netflix series starring little Steven Van Zandt, which is pretty darn entertaining if you've never seen Lillehammer on Netflix. It's good stuff. He plays a mob boss in the witness protection program in Lillehammer, who basically tries to start up his own mob in Norway. It's pretty good stuff. All right. Let's run those by you, those correct questions one more time real quick. $200. Who are the Chicago Bulls? What is an ace? Was worth $400. $600 question. What is the Indianapolis 500? Who are the New York Giants is worth $800. Who are the San Francisco Giants is worth $1,000. And our $2,000 question was, what is Lillehammer? Or where is Lillehammer? Maybe one of the two. All right, that wraps up round 3. We've got 2 to go. And we're going to go right now to television. All Jeopardy themed questions on TV. So let's get rolling with our $200 answer in the television category. Hopefully you guys have got a big bounce of money on your score sheets. Let's see how we finish this out. $200. This Disney Channel series was originally going to be called Alexis, Texas. For $200, this Disney Channel series was originally going to be called Alexis, Texas. Our $400 answer for the television round, despite all his scheming on Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote never quite catches this prey. $400. Despite all his scheming on Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote never quite catches this prey. $600 answer. The Young This Character Chronicles TV series features the adventurer in his pre-college and pre-movie days. The Young This Character Chronicles TV series featured the adventurer in his pre-college and pre-movie days. That one's too many quotation marks in that one. The Young This Character Chronicle TV series features the adventurer in his pre-college and pre-movie days. Here's our $800 answer for you. Cape Side was the setting of this series with James Vanderbeek in the title role. Cape Side was the setting of this series with James Vanderbeek in the title role. $1,000. Here's our $1,000 answer. Pine Valley was the fictional setting for this longtime soap that often revolved around Erica Kane and her many husbands. Ooh, that naughty Erica Kane. $1,000 answer. Pine Valley was the fictional setting for this longtime soap that often revolved around Erica Kane and her many husbands. And our $2,000 answer, final one for our TV round. On Amazon Prime's Hunters, he plays Meyer Offerman, who leads an elite group of Nazi hunters. $2,000 answer. On Amazon Prime's Hunters, he plays Meyer Offerman, who leads an elite group of Nazi hunters. All right, let's run through these answers again real quick for you. 200. This Disney Channel series was originally going to be called Alexis, Texas. There's a few of you out there who know why that probably was a bad idea. 400. Despite all his scheming on Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote never quite catches this prey. 600. The Young This Character Chronicles TV series features the adventurer in his pre-college and pre-movie days. Our $800 answer, Cape Side, was the setting of this series with James Van Der Beek in this title role. $1,000 answer, Pine Valley was the fictional setting for this longtime soap that often revolved around Erica Kane and her many husbands. And finally, the $2,000 answer on Amazon Prime's Hunters. He plays Meyer Offerman, who leads an elite group of Nazi hunters. What an aptly named program. All right. I'll give you guys a couple minutes here, a couple moments to figure this stuff out. All righty. Okay, let's do our correct questions for our television round. We'll move on to our final round of the night. $200. This Disney Channel series was originally going to be called Alexis, Texas. What is Hannah Montana? Hannah Montana. 400. Despite all his scheming on Looney Tunes, Wile E. Coyote never quite catches this prey. Who is the Road Runner? Who is the Road Runner is 400. $600 answer. The Young This Character Chronicles TV series features the adventurer in his pre-college and pre-movie days. Who is Indiana Jones? Who is Indiana Jones? 800. Cape Side was the setting of this series with James Van Der Beek in the title role. Excuse me. What is Dawson's Creek? What is Dawson's Creek? $1,000. Pine Valley was the fictional setting for this longtime soap that often revolved around Erica Kane and her many husbands. What is All My Children? What is All My Children? $2,000 answer on Amazon Prime's Hunters. He plays Meyer Offerman, who leads an elite group of Nazi hunters. Al Pacino. Who is Al Pacino is our $2,000 question. He must be very busy these days in the Nazi hunting business. I haven't seen that show. It's on my list of things to watch at some point, but that list just gets bigger, and I don't have a lot of time to take it off. But might be a lot of free time coming up in all of our futures here shortly. So, anybody seen Hunters? Is that worth my time, or should I just scratch it off my list right now and move on to something else? I still haven't even caught up on Archer's new season or any of the new Mandalorians yet. So I'm failing on my TV show. This is why I don't follow TV shows, because I never keep up with them. That's why binge watching is the best. I prefer to just let the season play out, and then I can watch it all in like 2 days. All right, here we go. Mixed bag is our final category of the night. These are just random Jeopardy questions on all kinds of topics. So at the end of this round, you're going to take your dollar amounts from all 5 of your rounds, add them up into one big score, circle it real big, take out your smartphones and take a picture of your score sheets with your final dollar amount on it and start sending them to me on Facebook Messenger, either to the Trivia Nights with Greg page or my personal account. If you're playing on one of our other platforms, either Periscope or YouTube tonight, first of all, thank you. Or then there you can either send me your picture either in a Twitter DM or post it in the comment section. I'll be able to check it out there. or just post a comment of how much you scored. Here we go. Final round, mixed bag. Some random Jeopardy questions for you to end our night. $200 answer. 4 kids born at once. It's a cooler way of saying you had twins. $200. 4 kids born at once. It's a cooler way of saying you had twins. All right, $400 answer. Thanksgiving is followed by Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and this weekday named for a certain way to shop. $400. Thanksgiving is followed by Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and this weekday named for a certain way to shop. This certain way is probably the way you're going to do all your holiday shopping this year. $600 answer. Elaborate hand gestures are part of the dance that Madonna brought to the mainstream with this 1990 #1 hit. $600 answer. Elaborate hand gestures are part of the dance that Madonna brought to the mainstream with this 1990 #1 hit. $800 answer. Wear your ribbon proudly, especially during April, to spread awareness for this condition. $800. Wear your ribbon proudly, especially during April, to spread awareness of this condition. $1,000 answer. Jack White has had some conflict with Dan Auerbach of this band, whose name oddly mirrors the White Stripes. Jack White has had some conflict with Dan Auerbach of this band, whose name oddly mirrors the White Stripes. And our $2,000 answer for the mixed bag round, final answer of the night. This 4-letter mixture of flour and fat is used to thicken soups and sauces. This four-letter mixture of flour and fat is used to thicken soups and sauces. All right, let's repeat our answers for our final round. $200 answer, 4 kids born at once. It's a cooler way of saying you had twins. $400. Thanksgiving is followed by Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and this weekday named for a certain way to shop. $600. Elaborate hand gestures are part of the dance that Madonna brought to the mainstream with this 1990 #1 hit. $800. Wear your ribbon proudly, especially during April, to spread awareness of this condition. Our $1,000 answer one more time. Jack White has had some conflict with Dan Auerbach of this band, whose name oddly mirrors the White Stripes. And 2000, this 4-letter mixture of flour and fat is used to thicken soups and sauces. All right. That wraps those up. I will give you guys a moment here to finalize your questions, and then I'll reveal the correct ones to you. And don't forget, after that, you're going to add up all 5 of your dollar amounts from all 5 of our rounds, come up with your total, and send it to me via Facebook Messenger. And we'll crown our big time Jeopardy champion in honor of Alex Trebek. And if you guys have been having fun tonight and you like this, we can definitely do Jeopardy nights. Make it a semi-regular thing. We can do it every couple of weeks. I don't have a problem with that. These are pretty easy to put together. So if you guys are enjoying this and want to do it some more, we definitely can make that happen. All right, let's do our final batch of correct questions for you, so we can wrap up our game here tonight, get you back to your Thursday evenings. $200. 4 kids born at once. It's a cooler way of saying you had twins. What are quadruplets? What are quadruplets is the $200 question. $400. Thanksgiving is followed by Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and this weekday named for a certain way to shop. What is Cyber Monday? What is Cyber Monday? Those are all coming up on us real soon. $600. Elaborate hand gestures are part of the dance that Madonna brought to the mainstream with this 1990 #1 hit. What is Vogue? What is Vogue is our $600 question. $800. Wear your ribbon proudly, especially during April, to spread awareness of this condition. What is autism? What is autism? $1,000 answer. Jack White has had some conflict with Dan Auerbach of this band, whose name oddly mirrors the White Stripes. Who are the Black Keys? Who are the Black Keys? 2000, this four-letter mixture of flour and fat is used to thicken soups and sauces. Did you remember the X in our French word? What is roux? What is roux is the answer we're looking for. If you didn't know there was an X in it and you thought it was spelled R-E-R-U-E or R-R-O, you got screwed. All right, let's do those questions one last time. $200. What are quadruplets? What is Cyber Monday was worth $400. What is Vogue was our $600 question. $800 question was what is autism? $1,000. Who are the Black Keys? And our $2,000 answer. What is a roux? What is a roux? All right, that wraps up my portion of the night. So now you guys need to start sending me your cash values. This will be kind of fun to see how you guys did and see how the scoring broke down, since it's going to be different. Because usually on a normal night, the most you could score is 42 points. But I think we're going to have some dollar amounts all over the board tonight. So this should be kind of fun. Let's bust out the iPad and start seeing what you guys did. I'm in the wrong screen already. That's not a good sign. All right, what do we got going on here? We have STBJ. All right, STBJ. I have your dollar amount. Thank you. Nicely done. All right, we have Jess and the 7-year itch. Welcome back, guys. I have your amount. We're really pissed if we have a tie tonight. All right. We have our Zupans, Glowats, and Dan team. I have your score. Got some Jeopardy watchers on that household. Let me switch over to the other page here, see what else we got going on. All right, the Goonies. Carrie Martin, I've got your score. Thank you guys as always. I wish this was all real money that you guys could be taking home for you, but just fake money. Blush and Bashful, I have your score. Thank you guys. Some very close scores here. This is going to be interesting. Team Rios, Joey and Anna, I've got you. Thank you guys. A lot of high scores. This will be interesting to see. Let's see here. All right. Double check the other account real quick. I think I saw something pop up there. Don't want to forget anybody. Yes. We know. All right. All right, Carson, we have your score here. We're left early. We can't have that. right, let me just double check one thing here before we get our top 5. The top score you could possibly have is 30,000 is a perfect round. I believe there's $5,000 for each round. Is that correct? Yeah. 2,000. Yep. So 30,000. If you got a perfect score, would have. If you ran the table, 30,000 is our top one. Well, of course it wasn't because of me. What did you do? All right, let's figure out our top 5 here tonight. Good crowd joining us for Jeopardy. Very close at the top of the scoreboard. Maybe next time we can somehow figure out a way to do a final Jeopardy question where you guys risk your answers. I'm just not sure how to do that. All right, let's see here. Second place, third place, fourth place. Oh, that's actually third. You guys are fourth. Math is hard. And there's our 5th place team. All right, let's get our top 5 up there for you real quick. You guys had that amount. Oops, that is, hold on 1 second. I did screw up. Numbers are hard. Numbers are hard. All right, one more. Pretty close. Our top 3 was only separated by $1,000. All right, here we go. Our top 5 for our first ever Jeopardy night. I think we'll do this again. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. Yes, 25,000 is I can't count. Math is not my expertise. 25,000 is a perfect score, not 30. I had 6 questions on the brain and thinking it was 6 rounds, but we played 5 rounds, 5,000 each. That's 25,000. Don't ever ask me to count stuff for you because I will fail you miserably. All right, here we go. Top 5 out of a possible $25,000. 5th place, Team Rios, Joey and Anna. $18,600 was good enough to crack our top 5 tonight. 4th place with 20,400, we had STBG BJ No D. That might not mean what you think it means. $20,000 400. That's good enough for fourth place. In third place with 22,000, Blush and Bashful. You guys take home third place with 22,000 even. In second place with 22,600, we have our Glow Watts, Zupan, and Dan team, our winners from last night. Tried to go back-to-backs. Came up just short. You came up $400 short of our winning team. Tonight's winner with 23,000 of a possible 25,000. We have Rose Hose. I'm just going to give it to you, Carson. You said row left, so you did all the dirty work. You're our Jeopardy champion for tonight. 23,000 is your final score. And your winning score, congratulations. You are our big Jeopardy champion. I had fun with this. I hope you guys did. Let me know what you guys thought. We can do this again in a couple of weeks. Otherwise, we're going to be back here Sunday night at 7 o'clock. As our schedule, we'll do 4 nights a week: Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I know Firewater Edison Park was hoping for some trivia Tuesday night. I don't think that's going to happen. So if not, we'll be here. So we'll be back Sunday night at 7 p.m. We'll go back to our normal format. If you have any requests, send me a message. I've got a few already. We're going to do STD gave me a request for a round. We're going to do Carson. I got a couple requests from you. We'll throw one of those in there. The Goonies, you gave me a request. We'll see. Maybe not this week. Depends. We'll see. But send me you guys requests. If we can somehow do an all request night, we'll make that our Sunday night thing. So if there's a particular round you want to play, send me a message. Post it on the Facebook wall. However you guys want to do it, let me know. I'll make it happen. But until Sunday night, enjoy the weekend. And, things are getting in the wrong direction here as far as the COVID stuff goes. So please just be safe, be smart, be good to each other, be good to yourselves. Wear your masks if you have to leave the house. But we're getting back to lockdown time. So let's just be smart. And we got to get through all this together. Remember, we before me. And let's make it happen. And we'll see you guys back here Sunday night at 7 p.m. Keep your eyes on the Facebook page for the categories Sunday morning.